here to do another meditation on unlocking your quantum powers. So when you feel ready, get into a comfortable position. It might be on your back or in a chair, or you might curl up in your bed. And once you've arrived, just take a moment to sense and feel your contact. Wherever you're contacting, the furniture, the floor, just notice. And begin to sense and feel your breathing without changing anything, sneaking up on your breath, just to see, just to notice and observe the natural flow and rhythm. Feeling that flow inside of your nostrils as the cool air enters and fills up your nostrils. And as the warm air begins to exit, feeling the sensation in your nose as you breathe. Feeling the sensation in the back of your throat as you breathe. And feeling the sensation in your lower belly, your hips and pelvic floor, and lower back as you breathe. Feeling the natural expansion. And as you come to rest behind your awareness, let anything settle or let go. See what you can allow. And knowing that your quantum field has prepared for this activation. That's why you're here. You've had dreams or done visualizations where you've seen just a little bit more of reality, then this is for you. And feel this frequency building in your pineal gland. Your third eye starts to open and DMT is produced. Bring your attention to your third eye. Imagining it clear and decalcified as a transmitter of frequency. And feel your brain begin to function as a conscious antenna. Feel yourself tuning into dimensions of reality that most people never perceive. Maybe once you visualize something very vividly, maybe a dream or that image felt so real at one point in your life. And sometimes these things feel more real than what we're normally surrounded by, so know that your experiences are valuable. Maybe one time you closed your eyes and you've seen something like colors that don't exist or images you've never imagined or symbols. Some kind of mystical experience, maybe seeing geometrical patterns. something that contains infinite information, but you're not quite sure what it is. Sometimes we even experience memories of our future that haven't happened yet. I like to think of the imagination as a tool, but it is not a real imagined thing. It is actually a tool for accessing quantum nature. So every time you visualize, every time you meditate and you feel something a little bit beyond, or you wake up from a dream and you feel different, just know that that is way beyond imagined. It is real. Visualization is not just mental memory. Every time you visualize, you are literally collapsing probable waves in the quantum field. You select from infinite possibilities. You pull specific timelines toward you. And the mind's eye sees things that both do and do not exist. Everything exists, but it sees beyond what we can normally see in reality. The mind's eye sees things that exist in quantum superposition before they can be collapsed, and they wait for your observation to collapse them. So often what we focus on, we get more of. If we're opposed to something, we get what we don't want. But using our third eye is a different way of kind of being open to what we're going to see, rather than deciding first. You might have even had experiences of remote viewing where you could visualize locations you've never been to, or imagine places you've never seen. Maybe you could accurately describe objects you've never seen. Maybe you could see people or events with no explanation but pure accuracy. So visualization is not passive observation. You're actively creating when you visualize. And just think of all the spiritual traditions that exist. Tibetan Buddhists practice deity yoga, where they envision enlightened beings in such detail that they become real presences in their consciousness. It's like when you were younger and you had an imaginary friend, if you did. It's something like that, where you can make it real, and it is real if you consistently come back to the practice. It's, what do you want to manifest? Do you want an imaginary friend? Hindu yogis visualize practices that allow them to materialize objects, influence physical reality, and access cities that defy conventional understanding. So any kind of spirituality or practice like this is considered quantum, that takes you to this place where you can actually influence reality instead of feeling like you are victimized by it. And the Kabbalists knew that the world of formation where we live, thoughts crystallize into reality. So you can imagine every thought you have crystallizing. And if you don't like the thought you have, you just pull it back and you start with something new and you say, I'm open a little bit more than that. I'm going to add something else in so that I'm not selecting a finite possibility for what's going to happen. And quantum physics has had the framework now to understand this. It's in a lot of the other methods that I teach. Visualization creates reality at the subatomic level. And if your recent visualizations have been even more unusual, maybe more real, detailed, or vivid, maybe you see textures, they're so real when you close your eyes. Maybe you hear sounds that seem to come from somewhere else beyond your memory. these visualizations start appearing in your physical reality in ways that are impossible to explain as coincidence, and yet sometimes impossible to explain at all. You might see symbols or images in your mind's eye, and maybe these symbols start appearing when you're awake. Maybe you see them somewhere outside or in a book, and there's some connection between what you're dreaming and what you're seeing in your physical reality. Visions of places you've never been, and then you discover that does exist. It's pretty close to what I dreamed, I imagined, I saw. This is not your imagination running wild, and it's not you going crazy. It's not coincidence. And it's not even synchronicity in the way that we typically understand it. When your consciousness begins to operate at the quantum level, these are the experiences that become more normal and easier to navigate as they continue, as you start to get an idea of being comfortable in the unknown and being open to all possibility and allowing those possibilities to flow into your life, being receptive. In some ways, visualization and manifestation are the same thing, because seeing and creating are one unified act. At some point, the distinction between physical reality and mental reality starts to dissolve, and you start to see a little bit beyond what you know up here in your head. And time starts to behave really strangely in visualizations after a time. So you might notice losing track of time in either direction, where several hours fly by and you haven't noticed that time was going by so quickly. Or it could be the opposite of that. You might visualize a reality and enter into that visualization and feel like hours of experience happened in just minutes of time. Or you visualize what feels like seconds, but then you notice hours go by. So temporal distortion is evidence that your consciousness is accessing dimensions where time is fluid. Past, present, and future exist simultaneously, so they all exist at the same time. We cannot experience the past or the future now, so all we have is the present. Even our memories or our ideas of the future are distorted, so we have what's going on right here, and that influences back there and forward too at the same time. So ancient yogis had a practice called samadhi. It's a state where the observer, the observed, and the act of observation merge into one unified field. Imagine the observer in you, your body, you being the observed, and the act of observing, the third component, all merging into one. In transient hypofrontality, the brain sense of time and self temporarily dissolve, allowing consciousness to perceive reality without the normal filters and limitations. You may be seeing geometric patterns with your eyes closed, in the space between when you're awake or you're asleep, and in meditation. The sacred geometry you see could be very unique to you. Some examples are mandalas, Metatron's cube, fractal structures that may contain more information. Mandalas. These are actual structures of consciousness itself, not just random visual phenomena. And notice, for me, it's interesting is where do they appear? Where do these geometric structures appear around you? Is it just sensed through the third eye, or is it like local in your space somehow? These are the templates that organize energy into form at the quantum level. So with DMT, whether it's naturally produced or used, people consistently report seeing geometrical structures, archetypal beings, dimensional landscapes, and they were not hallucinating. They were perceiving the quantum field, its actual architecture. They were seeing what was actually there. And when you have future memories of things that haven't happened yet, they're not predictions or guesses. They're actual detailed future memories of events that your consciousness has already experienced in quantum superposition by viewing that possible outcome. It might be something like remembering the feeling of an achievement before you've even achieved it. Remembering the face of someone before you've met them. Remembering the atmosphere of a place before you've even been there. What it felt like, what it was truly like. At the quantum level, all possibilities exist simultaneously. All things are possible. In your consciousness, when it visualizes deeply enough, it enters states where it can access parallel timelines. You don't imagine the future, you remember the future from the quantum possibility space where it always and already exists. Reality as it is when consciousness operates without the filters of limitation and perception is real reality. You just may be perceiving the quantum existence of what's always been there, but what many do not notice. Often this happens when you have felt different your entire life, when you felt out of place since early on in your life. And you may have sensed there was more to reality than others could understand. And maybe for you, visualizations has always been more than imagination. And you've known this and you felt it deep down. So now you're operating in a frequency band that allows direct interaction with the quantum field. You've always known this, but you were taught to doubt. Your sensitivity is not weakness. Your vivid inner world isn't escapism. And your ability to see beyond the physical isn't fantasy. You have been developing these quantum abilities already unconsciously since childhood. And any criticism you've received for being a visualizer, a dreamer, or someone who lived in their imagination, that's all evidence of a gift that you have, a quantum gift. It may have been suppressed by people who couldn't perceive what you perceive. So I'm sure you've heard the metaphor of the butterfly and the cocoon, and we go through this process just like the caterpillar turning into the butterfly. But one thing that happens is the butterfly, or the caterpillar as it enters the cocoon, the transformation begins and imaginal cells already exist in the body that carry the complete blueprint of the butterfly. So that's how it is for our future. The blueprint is there. And they're somewhere in here that we know. So we can kind of connect the two. But what happens with the caterpillar is that their immune cells attack the imaginal cells, their immune system, because it thinks they're foreign, threatening, or something that needs to be destroyed. So your visualization are like these imagined cells. They've always been there, carrying the blueprint of who you are becoming. And the rational society conditioned part of your mind has been trying to attack them, suppress them, say maybe they're not real, maybe they're not practical or valuable, but they've survived and they've grown stronger. They're ready to transform their entire reality through alone. If you were ever punished for daydreaming or told to stop being so imaginative, just focus on real life. Now you know better. And thank you. I hope to see you soon for another meditation.